Good evening. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening as we're here now on Wednesday, the 10th of May, 2023, 5:50 p.m. Central Time. So which side do you want to drink out of? Left or right? It doesn't matter to me. I did them the opposite ways here because it doesn't matter. You get numbers that the market preps you for on CPI. The core inflation, just as I said, came out without any break in it at all at 5.5%. The range in the market was 5.3 to 5.5. It stayed at the upper range, didn't even give up a tenth. Of course, the naysayers will look into it and say, yes, but if you look, you can see that the headline number slipped a tenth. We're at 4.9%. Core inflation. That's down from 9. I agree. Hold on. It's dropped half. But we're at the sticky part of the inflation, which I've been saying all the way through, which means the low-hanging fruit, that part is gone. This is the same thing you will hear over and over. So what's happened now is I'm kicking with my leg here. They'll kick the can down the road and they'll go this. We might as well wait and make a determination looking at all the other reports that will come out the rest of the month. It's only May 10th. And then at the beginning of June, we'll get another set of job report, and we will get another set of CPI, and like tomorrow, the PPI. And we'll let those determine. Let me tell you where I think you're headed. I think you're headed to the point where the market might go into a pause in June. It might if everything weakened. As for this market giving you the 75 basis point cut that the market is building in the CME swaps, the only way I see that coming is the economy falls apart. And if the economy falls apart, the stock market won't be up here. The stock market will be down. So I don't know what they keep arguing about. That becomes the most difficult part. As for the metal market, you do realize that we've had a $50 correction in gold from the peak. And the market's doing very well, staying very nicely over the 2,000 level. The dollar is stuck at the 101 level thereabouts. You can see the different moves we're getting tonight in some of these markets. The yen did get a bid today, which I found a bit surprising. Tomorrow, we're going to get the Bank of England monetary policy decision. The market widely expects that they are going to go with 25 basis point hike. And of course, everybody there will say it's the last one. The market should be able to stop. The market's not going to stop, just like in the U.S., until it has to stop, and the data says. There's a difference between stopping, hiking, pausing, and dropping rates. When we take a look at the gold on a weekly basis, you can see how the market has been running to the upside here, acting very nice to the upside. You're nowhere near the peak you made. You've pulled back and you're consolidating that. The pattern is bullish with higher lows, higher highs, friendly. The market's got support at the 18-day average, about $20 lower from here at 2017.70. The resistance in the market, if you don't see what the Bollinger Band did and how it stopped the rally today, I don't know how to hit you in the head. At the end of this, I'm going to show you that ad, talk to you in that about the advantages here. Example, you're in this market, you went through today's report, you got your rally, and you sit there and do nothing? Okay, to each their own. Momentum flat, trend up, you hit resistance, market could back off here, the buyers will still show up. If you drop too much and you get through today's low, you could end up with lower highs, higher and low going to a stall. So the ideal situation is you don't get that far down and you really don't want to see the market underneath today's low, otherwise that could stall things out. Silver made a pronounced move to make a statement that this decline has run its course and that the gold-silver ratio might have to correct the other way now where gold gets a little bit stronger than the silver. You see it on the chart. Again, look at the Bollinger Band. Duh. You don't see you keep hitting that number and it stops the rallies. Now you've got the pattern of lower highs, lower lows. You're not in a downtrend unless and until you close under the 18-day average of 25.54. You're about 6 cents over it. So you have the bias up, the trend down, momentum has corrected it. It never did get overbought, and now it's starting to lean to the downside. If it comes into play and you start breaking through 25.57 and you can close under 25.54, you open the door up for the lower Bollinger Band possibility. In the copper, you're in a downtrend. The market has a pattern where you're staying under the 18-day average. All you do is you rally to it and you're running into the resistance point. Big support, I want to use that word with a capital B, comes in at the 379.30 level. This is right here, this line. That's the 200-day average. Maybe you get to the lower band if you get down there. You don't have to. That's a very important number. You haven't been at that average. Just take a look here. We can go back right over here to get to it, December. So here you are 5 months later, maybe you're going to come down and hit that number. And that's not a bullish sign for the world in terms of industry. The lower this goes, China's the main user of this, it's saying they don't need as much of it. The platinum has been on fire. Where did the rally stop? Take a look at this Bollinger Band, and if you don't get it, how do I grab you by the shoulders and shake you? Learn this technique. It's not me just pointing it out here. You got to learn how to work with it with the slow stochastic. Do you come out of all positions, half positions? If it embeds, what do you do as you hit that? Very important. You're overbought. I don't know that you'll make it in the Palladium or not. You've already come here. Let's understand this. From 1405, you've rallied $200 an ounce. You've had a heck of a rally under you already. And the dollar's in no man's land. You stopped at the upper band, you stopped at the lower band, and you're churning at the 18-day average of closes. So what's the importance of those Bollinger Bands? Well, 95% of the time the market will stop at them. It doesn't get outside of them other than 5% of the time. And getting multiple days where it stays out are far and few between. So how do you tie this in with your trading technique? It's just so darn important. It's right in front of you. Take a look at this and work with that. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time. And on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein, on the road to your education.